stage right now, so everybody, E1!
Here's a brand new joke. You know, when most guys, whenever guys talk about how big their dicks are, right? It's usually the opposite, right? They got little tiny dicks. Like I was talking to this one guy, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm hung like a horse." I'm like, "Yeah, right, a seahorse." What do you call an incredibly fast dressmaker? Taylor Swift. And you know, I think Gay Pride Month needs a mascot, right? And I got the perfect one, the flamingo. You know, they're pink, they love to dance. And you know what a group of flamingos is called? It's not called a flock. They're called a flamboyance. Right? It's like all the fun things, you know, it's like all the best parts of Pride Month, right? All wrapped into one animal and shit. And even the name, flamingo, is flaming O, right? A flaming O, that's a burning butthole. What did the Australian chess player say to the waiter?
Sorry.
Yeah, like the checkmate. And you know, I think Shaquille O'Neal's like the happiest man on earth. He's always so jolly, and everyone just loves him, right? I think it's because he's never been messed with. Like, how are you gonna bully someone who's so tall that his crotch is in their face? You know, it's like, "Hey, Shaq, give me your lunch money." Never mind. Have you seen these billboards all over Hollywood about this blind mountain climber who climbed Mount Everest? It's really inspirational. But I was thinking, well, how did he know he's on top of Mount Everest? You know, for all he knew, he could have just been right over there, top of Mount Whitney. And then I was thinking, you know, that's actually a pretty good business model. Taking blind mountain climbers up to the top of Mount Everest. Yeah, you know that thing going around where they ask women, like, well, if you were alone in the woods, would you rather run into a bear or a strange man, right? And a lot of the women are choosing the bear. But I think that's just ignorance of bear knowledge. Because I ran into a bear once in the woods, and he fucked the shit out of me. And let me tell you a story. You know, my parents, they owned a carpet cleaning company in LA. And so, you know, I worked for them, right, whatever, after I got out of high school and stuff. Anyway, we did a lot of work in West Hollywood because, you know, the other carpet cleaning companies didn't want to go out there. Anyway, you know, money's money, right? So we'll do anything because we're immigrant carpet cleaning. So I'm in West Hollywood at this guy's house, and the way we do it is we'll go to the end of the house first, and then we'll work our way backwards, right? So that we're not stepping on stuff that we already cleaned. So I followed this guy down this long hallway loaded with these small frame pictures. And I go to this room, and there's nothing in the room except the bed. But on the wall, there's this giant life-size poster of a naked man, right? And he's sitting there with this look on his face, like, right? And on the other wall, there's another poster, life-size photo of two naked men, and one of them's holding the other's dick, right? And they're both like, you know? Anyway, I'm just cleaning, I'm like, all right, whatever, you know, nothing to see here, don't ask, don't tell. And so I hit something under the bed, and it starts making noise, right? I'm like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, whoa! And I saw what I could only describe as a beeping, blinking, transformer dildo snake. And it was all making all this noise, like, blue, 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 it's all spinning and shit. And I did not turn it off and shit, it was all greasy, you know? I was like, fuck! And finally I turn it off, I throw it on the bed, you know? And I'm just trying to get out there at this point, right? I'm cleaning, and I'm whatever. I get out of the room, and I'm in the hallway. And I look at those pictures in the hallway, and those small frame pictures were of other carpet cleaners with their dicks hanging out. You know, I was like, oh no! And then I hear this, and I turn around, and it's the guy, you know? And he's got a camera in one hand and a $100 bill in the other. You know, I'm not gay or anything, but money's money, so. Yeah, you know, we got a new disorder going around called Usher syndrome. Yeah, it makes you go blind and deaf. That's pretty serious, right? You know, I always thought when we got Usher syndrome, it just made you go, yeah. Yeah, like I was in the Army, 1st Cavalry Division, Fort Hood. It was pretty cool, you know. But it was weird being the only Asian person. And every day, people were just looking at me like, are we supposed to shoot this guy? Yeah, you know, earlier this year, scientists reported for the first time 2 male humpback whales having sex. Yeah. Hollywood's already going to make a movie about it. And they're going to call it Humpback Mountain. It's weird how language changes over time, right? Like nowadays, if a guy came up to me and told me he was gonna blow my brains out, I wouldn't know whether to run away or pull my pants down. And you know, the NFL has one Asian player, and he's a kicker. Could you not find a more racist position for this guy? What, are you gonna make him go out barefoot in a karate uniform? Yeah, you know, I've had sex with all different types of women, like white, black, Asian, Mexican. In my opinion, Asian women give the best blowjobs. Yeah. If any of you ladies would like to prove me wrong, you can meet me in the bathroom later. Oh, this last joke. You know, comedians will always tell you two things, right? They'll always tell you when they just get booked on a show, and they'll always tell you when they just had sex. That's a bit juvenile, right? Like myself, I haven't been booked on a show in over a month. But I did get laid last week, so hoo-ah!
All right.
Thank you.
Well, I've gotten booked every